Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Generation Tech. My name is Alan. Today we're going to do a video about you guys, the fans. Back around the time The Force Awakens came out, a research firm known as Quantcast did an in-depth study of Star Wars audience demographics. One thing they focused on was which characters fans were most interested in. They created a list of the 7 most popular characters in Star Wars and then further analyzed which type of demographics liked which individual character. They gathered all of this information by using internet search traffic. What they found was quite interesting. At the top of our list is Luke Skywalker, by far the most searched individual on our list. It is possible that his absence from the Force Awakens trailer at the time had something to do with it. But regardless, he is one of the most important figures in both Legends and canon Star Wars. Quantcast found that most Skywalker fans tend to be male and middle-aged and earn the highest salary amongst all the other fans at around $100,000 to $150,000 a year. Skywalker fans tend to be working in the business world, which also explains why they're doing so well financially. I kind of found it odd that the richest fans like Luke Skywalker the most. Aren't we supposed to gravitate towards characters that we can relate to? How did a broke moisture farmer become the character of choice for all the richest fans? Maybe it's Luke's hard work ethic which connects to these business elites.
I am your father.
After Luke comes his dad, Darth Vader. The Sith Lord is popular amongst both female and male fans and even skews a little bit towards women. I can't really explain why this is. Maybe it's because women are attracted to bad boys who are missing all of their limbs and have third-degree burns on 90% of their body. That, or maybe it's women who have daddy issues. I don't really know. Could also be a fetish thing. The guy wears a lot of leather. Anyway, Vader fans also are a bit older than most fans, including Skywalker fans. They don't make as much money as Luke fans, but they're still doing pretty good compared to everyone else. And not surprisingly, a good portion of Darth Vader fans work in the criminal justice field. Which kind of does worry me a little bit. I mean, the guy did cut off his son's arm in a domestic dispute, which is the sort of behavior you would think a cop wouldn't like.
You want Kenobi. You're my only hope.
The third most beloved character is Princess Leia. She was strong and powerful and gained the respect and admiration of her male colleagues without being preachy. It's no wonder her natural strength makes her a favorite amongst female fans. She also has the oldest fans on the list, most of them being over 45 years old. Leia's fans also make slightly below average for a Star Wars fan, which still is quite good because in general Star Wars fans tend to be pretty well off. Not surprisingly, a good portion of Leia's fans work in the software industry. While Leia has always been a strong role model for young girls, she's also been one of the most popular fantasy girlfriends for guys in the IT department.
Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
Fourth up, which is kind of disappointing, is my favorite character, Han Solo. The Corellian smuggler and eventually general of the rebellion. Solo fans tend to be poor with an average salary of $0 to $50,000 a year. A $0 salary means you're either unemployed or just too young to work. This is why Han's fans are amongst the youngest when it comes to legacy character fans. They most likely first saw Han by using a VCR or reading an expanded universe novel. Solo fans are evenly split when it comes to gender. Men want to be him and women want to be with him. Solo fans tend to be employed in the construction and retail industry, which kind of makes sense. Han Solo came from humble beginnings and wasn't highly educated. He made up for that with his toughness and street smarts. He was a smuggler and represented the common man who's a bit fed up with the authorities and the business elites. Next up is the Resistance hero Finn. A former First Order soldier and all-around one of the most likable characters coming out of the new trilogy, Finn fans are amongst the youngest people on this list. This also means they are also the poorest fans as well. Finn is more popular amongst men than women, and his fans tend to work in the military, which isn't surprising. Finn was one of the first stormtroopers to ever be heavily featured in a Star Wars film. Finn's fans also tend to work in manufacturing. After Finn, we have Kylo Ren, the son of Leia and Han Solo and one of the main antagonists in the new trilogy. Amongst all the new trilogy fans, Kylo fans are amongst the oldest, which means they are also amongst the richest of the new trilogy fans. Kylo Ren also has the highest percentage of male fans, proving once and for all that being emo and pouting about how your parents don't love you does not attract the ladies. Kylo Ren fans typically work in the media or internet industries, which I guess means social media. This kind of does make sense because people who work in these professions tend to have a bit of ego going for them. Maybe they can relate to Kylo Ren's frustration that he isn't being recognized constantly by Snoke for how awesome he is.
The belonging you seek is not behind you, it is ahead.
Lastly, we have Rey. She is the least popular on our list, but keep in mind all of this information comes from before the movie dropped, so I'm pretty sure her popularity has definitely risen since then. Rey comes in third most popular amongst women after Leia and Vader. Her fans are quite wealthy but are also likely to work in non-profit and government industries, which is kind of strange. You usually don't put those two things together. Rey fans are also slightly older than Finn fans, but not by much. Now, after looking at this article, I do question its accuracy a little bit. You guys know I'm a Han Solo fan, and while I did used to work in industries similar to retail and construction, now I fit more into the demographic of Kylo Ren fans, and you guys know I don't like Kylo Ren that much. Anyway, I'm curious to see where you guys fit in on this list and what you think about the list. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like us on Facebook. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. If you're watching this, you are Generation Tech.